Hello, my lovely and beautiful Taurus. How are we doing? This is your girl, Taurus Sun Tarot. Um, I am so sorry, y'all. Not me falling off during our own season, Taurus. Like what what is that about? No, I was on vacation. And I don't know, I guess I just don't feel a need to justify my absence on social media like some readers do. No shade or anything. Like, I get it. Certain people are like, I just don't have enough followers yet to be like, oh my God, Kat, where are you? We miss your readings, right? So it's like, but anyways, I was in Siesta Key, Florida, had a wonderful time. I was able to connect so beautifully with spirit. My spirit animal, which is a dolphin, came to me in a pod while I was at the beach. I was upset that I was like, oh, I didn't plan any like dolphin sightseeing touristy shit, right? And I went to Siesta Key Beach, and there's like a lot of beaches have this where it's like those buoys where it's like, don't swim past here. And I would say they were not more than like maybe 300, 400 yards off of like the very coast of the sand, and a pod of four different dolphins. At first, I only saw three, but then I saw the fourth one come along. But it was so beautiful. My grandma and I, growing up, she lived in Rhode Island, so she would always take me whale watching, and we went swimming with the dolphins before. So whenever I see those animals, I just have such a strong connection to my grandmother, which to me is like my guardian angel, and like in spirit, right? So it was a really lovely trip. And then, on top of that, I got to meet some really new, interesting people. And I just absolutely love how shaking up the day-to-day, the quote-unquote normal routine, this kind of rut that I've been stuck in. It's just any travel in any capacity, even if you just go an hour, 2 hours away out of your hometown, it just changes your perspective. It allows for you to release and let go. And for some of you, while I was meditating in the energy, I feel like distance is needed for clarity. Okay, so let that sink in. So anyways, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much. Either way, I love and appreciate you all the same. And let's dive into it. So your first number here, Taurus, is number 1212, duality. Yin and yang, black and white, male, female. Understanding that things are a lot more alike than they are different. I saw this quote at the aquarium, or one of the museums, I want to say, but that I just went to recently on this trip, was basically saying how time is the only true measurement of anything in the universe, and essentially everything else was just broken down for us humans to compartmentalize, to understand, to digest. But when you think about it, a lot of these units of measurements, including down to seconds with time, didn't exist before. I mean, there was no documentation of it before man created that, right? So anyways, point being, duality is like understanding and accepting that things are a lot more alike than they are different, that there is lightness within the dark and dark even within, and vice versa. I feel like working with the duality of this season for myself anyways, I should say. I know a lot of my readers are actually not from the States, so maybe not for you guys, but where I'm at in New York right now, we're in the midst of spring, right? So this is very much duality. As much as we have the bright, sunny 75 days, we also have the days where it's like still 30 degrees and raining, potential snow. So it's working with the duality, accepting that right now it's not going to be all sunny and happy, and but acknowledging too that doesn't mean it's only going to be dark and heavy, right? Working with the duality, yeah. So we have number 1212 at the bottom of the deck. You have 333, potential. So let's dive into your reading, Taurus. Yeah, let's see what we have coming out for you. I just heard like the old, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say this is Venus, which the razor commercial, and it's like, she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that was for a Venus razor commercial. And now that I'm thinking of it, Taurus, you are ruled by Venus. Maybe some of you are working on hair removal. I don't know. But I think further than that, though, Taurus, this really is duality. Again, like, the thing about Taurus is I feel, and I empathize with this better than anyone, is like, we really we are our own worst critics, Taurus. So happy birthday to any of my Taurus watching, by the way. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video, but it's implied, right? Like, it's your season. Fucking go off. Happy birthday. But it is no one's job to celebrate us during this season. It is only our own job to celebrate ourselves. And that goes for any day, any time of the year, not just your birthday, right? So how can you work with the duality? Ooh, this one fell on the floor here. So, very funny. Your first card out here, Yang energy, masculine energy, Emperor. This is a divine masculine figure. For some of you, this could be like a father figure, maybe a grandfather for some. What's really sticking out to me is, I want to say this is a key in his hand, but the way that I saw it at a quick glance just now, it looked almost like an anchor. Some of you guys could have an anchor tattoo, or could be dealing with a masculine figure who has, maybe they were in the Navy, like an anchor tattoo could be significant somewhere. Doesn't have to be the case for this to resonate. But the color red also right now, Taurus, seems like such a power color for us right now. I know I personally have really been tuning into red and its qualities, and I associate that with the root chakra, right? So with that, it's like, where is how are you cultivating your potential in the roots? The roots are messy. This is such a perfect, such a perfect correlation with what I just said about spring. The roots are the messiest part, right? Like, when you're gardening, you need to dig at the roots because this is where the plant grows. So the soil is the most important part. You need nutrients, you need darkness in order to absorb the light coming in from the top. Just like a plant, you need water. For some of you, I feel like this is a random message coming through. I was very lucky to just have spent some very healing time in the water with ocean life in such a beautiful beach, like blessed. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic, right? But I feel like Spirit is saying spend some more time in water, around water, and of course drinking more water. But that doesn't have to look like going to the beach. It can be as simple as spending some time in your shower. Just spend a little bit more time in your shower than you normally would, right? So yeah, where is the potential in your root chakra? What is it that needs to be fully expressed? Wow, gorgeous. This is double fire energy. This is also heavy Aries energy. Heavy Aries, Leo energy specifically. This is such a beautiful time for us, Taurus. And as I said in the beginning of this reading, distance to gain clarity. Maybe you need to actually, this is such a difficult message. A lot of us may not want to hear this right now because Taurus is all about relaxation and rest. Going back to Venus, the finer things in life. That's what we love, Taurus. And especially during our season, we want to be able to relax, to release, to enjoy. But right now, I feel like Spirit's actually saying you need to do a little bit more, work a little bit harder. Also, if some of you guys, speaking to myself here, take your own fucking advice, Kat, right? But, if you've been spending a lot of time indoors, I truly feel like this is the time you need to go out. You need to connect with people. You need to not be afraid to do more, to receive more. Also, don't be afraid to receive. I feel like that's something that Taurus struggle with. Being accepting of receiving. Normally, Taurus is always in this yang energy, this do energy, this go, 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 always up to something, always doing something, right? Like that was my motto up until like a year ago. Like I'm always up to something, like even on my days off, like I'm literally always doing something. Currently I'm dog sitting, which is why this is a little bit different of a setup, right? If I'm not doing tarot, I'm working my 9 to 5. And if I'm not doing that, I'm dog sitting. I'm always up to something, right? But this year I've really been trying to embrace in 2024, the slower lifestyle. And I'm blessed that I'm able to do so. I'm able to spend time with my family, my friends. It's kind of like this energy. I'm going to put this back, Taurus. I don't know why. I literally, as soon as it came out, I was like, nope, that needs to go back. But it's like, where can you connect more with the passion? Double fire to me is like, where can you connect with your passion, Taurus? What is your passion? Going back to your root chakra, what fire do you need to cultivate in order to be happy, in order to stand in your truth, in order to be your authentic self? What needs to happen for that to happen, right? Okay. Wands, more fire energies. Some of you guys could have a lot of fire in your chart. You also could just be dealing with a lot of fire coming off of Aries season. 5 of Wands. This to me, you guys, 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Very funny to me. Also, again, something about this masculine, or this person, I should say rather, in a red cloak just seems so significant to you right now. But regardless, so 3 of Wands is like pressing the gas pedal, like knowing what you want. And I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck, seeing if I can incorporate this a bit better. 5 of Wands, Taurus, this to me is saying, this decision, this action you're about to take, this collaboration, whatever it is you're working, this project, the potential, right? Going back to the potential, this new potential, this creative burst that you have, this feeling. And I do feel like it's a calling, a feeling. It's internal. It's sun energy. It's coming from inside of you. This could have been something that you were born with, but this new passion that you have, I feel like at the end of the day, it's going to make some people unhappy. I think I'm hearing, it's like you're going to have to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You're going to have to be able to drift like a cloud, flow like water. You're going to have to be able to take the punches, but in the end of it, people are going to regret anything that they doubted with you. And I hope that makes sense. I hope I explained that correctly. You may make some people in some situations uncomfortable. They may be unhappy with you in the current moment, but that's for them to digest. Okay, because I know at the end of the day, my Taurus would never do anything to benefit themselves solely just to spite another person. I feel like I would like to think most Taurus, I can't speak for all Taurus, obviously, but most Taurus, we are going to we're people pleasers at the end of the day, yeah? And I feel like this Emperor with the Sun and the 5 of Wands is saying too, you can bend without breaking. Okay, acknowledge where you need to bend before you break. So take that time to yourself, yeah? Let's clarify the Emperor a bit further. This masculine, this yang energy. To me, the Emperor is also knowledge. Beautiful. You have the Lovers coming in underneath that. So this is Gemini energy. This is mirroring. As much as this is about love and blah, 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 this Taurus reading today is all about you, Taurus. I am purposely making this reading for us, about you, to benefit you. What do you need to know, right? But the Lover's coming out here. It's like, where, again, just more fire energy. I'm going to conceal this for YouTube guidelines, but notice in the back here, this is actually fire on the tree, and Eve has the apples, right? So it's like, where is the passion? You could be asking yourself that in a connection. Does not have to be romantic for that to apply, right? So this could be a work connection, but this Spirit is saying this connection does have meaning and it does have divine guidance. The World at the bottom of the deck, fixed energy. Let's clarify the Sun, please. But yeah, so with the Lovers here, it's about, what do you need? Like, looking in the mirror, again, how do you, yes, your wish fulfillment, Spirit is trying to navigate that towards you, to guide that towards you. You, however, need to be in, I feel, this outgoing, this passionate, this fiery energy. We finally have, so this is air. So you have fire and air, which I would also like to point out on a very basic logical level. Air feeds fire. So all of this fiery passion that you have for this project, this new beginning, this wish fulfillment, that I'm going to actually retract new beginning, because as soon as I said that, Spirit's like, no, you've been calling this in with the Lovers. You've been seeing that a certain contract, a certain job, a certain person would be a perfect fit for you, because you've shown them like your authentic self. So it's like with the Sun and Nine of Cups, this is literally wish fulfillment. Like, I don't think I could break that down any further outside of just wish fulfillment, contentment, abundance, especially with emotional happiness. Like, you guys are just fucking vibing this birthday season, and I'm here for it. Let's see what else we have coming in with the Five of Wands, please, here, Spirit. But yeah, with, I believe the Nine of, to me, this is Pisces energy. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but to me as a reader, this is Pisces energy, this Nine of Cups. And in this specific, the traditional rendition of the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's always interesting to me, again, this red theme following you throughout. Lots of red, lots of fire, lots of passion. Again, to me, it also, though, symbolizes knowledge, especially with the red on top of his head here. And he's sitting on a bench, right? So it's like Spirit, again, is guiding this to you, giving this to you, because you have been cultivating you have been putting in the work. That's essentially, you've been putting in the work. So let's see what we have about this Five of Wands, please, Spirit. What else can you show me about this Five of Wands, please, for Taurus? Five of Wands. What else do we need to know for Five of Wands? The song Moonrider by Jai Wolf, and someone else is playing. We are just coming off of full moon energy. I believe that was last night. It could continue into tonight. This is just Scorpio full moon. This is huge, okay? This is huge for Taurus. Scorpio is our opposite, okay? Again, working with that duality. Thank you, Spirit, for that full moon moment. Full circle moment is what I meant to say. Anyways, yeah, okay. More air energy. I'm sorry, one second, you guys. I'm gonna get a sip of water. So more air energy. So this is air, nope. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay. This is so interesting to me. You go right from the 3 to the 4 of Swords, and you guys can obviously see I'm shuffling the cards, yeah. Taurus, I think that you can feel your wish fulfillment coming. And I think, unfortunately, as strongly as you can feel that coming to you, is as strongly as you feel that another part of your life will be ending. What I mean by this is, you know the ending is coming, but you also know the new beginning is coming. I talked about this in your last reading, and this is not me harping on the energy. This is just what is also coming out again. I think that Spirit is asking for you to really reflect and rest and relax as much as humanly possible, especially if you are dealing with endings, especially if you are dealing with I don't want to be so cliche to say a broken heart. And it's not in a romantic way. For a lot of you, I think this could be, I used the same simile last time in metaphor, like going to college, right? So it's like, you're so excited for this new chapter. You know that a new job is on the horizon. However, at the same point, you also know you're graduating college. The fun is over, right? Or like I shouldn't say that. The college experience is over. You know, you won't have the same friends, the same class, the same schedule, the same places. So it's this energy of that, again, that heavy duality of like, you're enjoying yourself, but there's something so bittersweet about this. It's almost like you guys are having like the best birthday season ever, but you wish there was like a place that you could go that you just can't. Or you wish that there was a person that you could spend it with, maybe a passed on loved one, that you just can't. To that, and I'm going to shuffle on it, but to that, I would say just know, especially with the Lovers here, that Spirit sees and understands your pain around this in your heart chakra, and just know that they are with you. Sorry, you guys, I dropped a couple of cards, so I'm going to keep shuffling. But just know that they are with you. Ace of Pentacles. To me, after what I just said, this is saying that this is a very specific message. This will not be for every Taurus watching. But for some of you, if you have recently lost a fiance, a loved one, but specifically a romantic loved one, I feel like Spirit is going to bring you this new opportunity, and they want you to take it. Now, for others of you, this is just saying, take the time to rest and relax your mind and connect with your body. The Pentacles, outside of just money, which I've already talked about on this channel, it's about the body. How are you feeling? How are you reacting? And with the Ace here, it's like this new, how can you change your reaction between mind and body, central nervous system and reaction, right? I just heard like rest and digest, you know, it's the opposite of like fight and flight. So it's like, how can you regulate? Like regulation, you know, it shouldn't be such high highs and low lows. How can you blend the two is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. I'm going to leave it there for today, Taurus. I truly hope that there was something you could pull from this. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys.